by.
Loading. Loading complete.
30.
29. 28.
27.
26. 25. 24.
20.
22.
21. 20. 18.
17.
16. 15. 14. 13.
12.
11. 10.
9. 8. 7. 6. 5.
4.
2.
1. Now for what you've all been waiting for.
I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that.
Good morning, good day, good evening, good night, good whatever happens to be where you are. And hello to everyone who watches this in the future. I'm going to need some alcohol for this. I almost thought I was going to make it on time here. Yeah, still having electrical problems over here, and it knocked my internet out just before I was going to be starting the show. So I'm hoping it stays on. If not, well, I'll be back as shortly as possible. Get a little more dew here. Let's see how my singing is today. I bit my lip a little bit here, so I might be a little off today. Actually, might be an improvement. I have to reload everything now because, yeah, of course. It logged me out. Okay, let's try log in. Okay, get to my stuff I need to get to here. Yeah, I'm prepared. Okay. Opening song. Every morning, every evening, ain't we got fun? Not much money, oh, but honey, ain't we got fun? The rent's unpaid, dear, we having a buzz. The smiles were made, dear, for people like us. In winter, in the summer, don't we have fun? Times are bumming, getting bummer, still we have fun. There's nothing sure, the rich get rich and the poor get poor. In the meantime, in between time, ain't we got fun? Tax collectors getting closer, still we have fun. Twigs and cares, dear, come in pairs, dear, don't we have fun? We've only started, no, we're not downhearted. When I'm laid off, I'll be paid off, ain't we got fun? Leonard was mad and getting madder, ain't we got fun? Times are bad and getting badder, still we have fun. There's nothing sure, the rich get rich and the poor get poor. In the meantime, in between time, ain't we got fun? Well, I hope we do have fun today. Yeah, don't see anybody in the chat right now. So I guess we'll just move on to what we can find on the wheel. While I wait for people to file in here. Beautiful dreamer. Beautiful dreamer, wake unto me. Starlight and dewdrops are waiting for thee. Sounds of the rude world, heard in the day, lulled by the moonlight, have all passed away. Beautiful dreamer, queen of my song, list while I woo thee with soft melody. Gone are the cares of life's busy throng. Beautiful dreamer, awake unto me. Beautiful dreamer, awake unto me. Beautiful dreamer, out on the sea. Mermaids are chanting the wild lory. Over the streamlets, vapors are born, waiting to fade at the bright coming morn. Beautiful dreamer, beam on my heart, and as the morn on the streamlet and sea, then will all clouds of sorrow depart. Beautiful dreamer, awake unto me. Beautiful dreamer, awake unto me. Beautiful dreamer. Well, still don't see anybody here, so I guess I'll do one more song to kill time before I get into any of the topics. Or maybe my singing is just driving everybody away. I don't know. Indeed I do. I was oh so blue till you came along, just to make my life a wonderful song. You brought sunshine just to brighten my loneliness. Is it any wonder in my happiness? I confess. Do I want you? Oh my, do I? Honey, did I do? Do I need you? Oh my, do I? Honey, did I do? I'm glad that I'm the one who found you. That's why I'm always hanging around you. Do I love you? Oh my, do I? Honey, did I do? There are lots of others that I have met. Those you meet today, tomorrow forget. You're the only one who ever could stand the test. That's the reason why I choose you from the rest. You're the best. Do I want you? Oh my, do I? Honey, did I do? Do I need you? Oh my, do I? Honey, did I do? And there's somebody finally showing up. My unfinished song, or journey, or whatever you're calling yourself nowadays. Whatever it is, I'm sure it's unfinished. Well, had some interesting stuff that came up about an hour before the show started on a little bit of anime news. So I'll get into that. I was kind of hoping the purple would show up here before I got into some of the anime news, so I might hold off on the other anime news I've found. And again, just before the show started. But first thing here. Snow shoveling that's unfinished. Well, if it keeps snowing, then I guess it's never finished, is it? It's kind of like the leaves that fall in my driveway. But our first thing up here is Saga of Tanya the Evil Season 2 anime reveal for 2026, broadcast as in teaser trailer. Yes, we're finally getting the lowly Nazi back. Should I refer to the character Tanya as he? I mean, is a male little persona inside the little girl's head of the salary man. For those of you not familiar with Saga of Tanya the Evil, it's about this guy who gets isekai'd into another world that's basically an alternate World War II, and he's basically in a little girl in Nazi Germany. And it turns out he has magical powers. So anybody with these sorts of powers tends to get recruited into the military at a very young age. So Tanya he's called in this alternate world. Is about 10 years old and having to fight on the front lines. He's at a fairly significant ranking. Now, his ultimate goal is just to find a life of leisure. And doesn't really care about all these things, and just figures if he can manage to work his way up the ranks and possibly end this war, or he'll be able to get his life of leisure. But of course, the thing standing in his way is the god who isekai'd him in the first place, which he refused to acknowledge as a god, and only refers to as being X. Now, there has been a movie in OVA he released. That's basically like a direct-to-video. For those of you who don't know what an OVA is. But they weren't dubbed over, so I haven't really seen them. I'm one of those people who kind of relies on dubs because it's difficult for me to track the subtitling the action on the screen at the same time. So I'm really hoping the season 2, that's being announced, of Saga the Tanya the Evil, will also get a dub at some point. Nearly 10 years after the first season aired, and more than 4 since the second season was announced, Saga of Tanya the Evil is back. The anime's official website and accounts today unveil a teaser trailer and visual for season 2, along with a 2026 broadcast date and production staff details. Now, from what I understand, there's only like 9 seconds of new footage on this teaser trailer. Everything else is from the first season, so it's not really much of a teaser trailer. We could probably skip that. But we do have some nice artwork here of Tanya looking quite psychotic as usual, with flames around her. Very appropriate for the character. Voiced by so we have a voice by the Urich voice characters, Takeyuki Yamato, negative positive Wrangler episode director, takes over as director for Saga of Tanya the Evil, or Tanya, season 2 at Studio NUT, not. The series composition is by Kenta Ihara. That's interesting because this is everything else has been done by another director. So that's actually quite significant that it's under a new director. And character designs by Yoji Hisagawa. I think I butchered that name. Who also serves as chief animation director. Chariot Zen and Shinobu Shino Utsuki. Shino Utsuki. Created the original light novels, which I do hope to get my hands on. But we'll be talking about audiobooks a little bit later. Crunchyroll currently he streams the first season and describe the story in it is June of the year CE 1923. A young girl with blonde hair, that should be with an E, and blue eyes is Tanya Degurchov has entered the final column of the Imperial Military Academy and is training at the 3rd Patrol Line and in the Northern Military District. The Northern Theater, as part of her service is to the force. Her training, the first step toward a brilliant career as an aviation mage, it should have gone off without a hitch, but things took an unexpected turn. So there is that. I guess we'll split up the anime news a little bit here with a song. Okay, I'm still on air. Good. When April showers may come your way, they bring the flowers that bloom in May. So when it's raining, have no regrets, because it isn't raining rain, you know it's raining violets. And when you see clouds up on a hill, you know that there'll be crowds of daffodils. So just keep looking for a bluebird and listening for his song whenever April showers come along. And when you see clouds up on a hill, you know that there'll be crowds of daffodils. So just keep looking for a bluebird and listening for his song whenever April showers come along. My other anime news. The long-awaited Zombieland Saga movie. Just released October 24th this year. Just last month. Or, yeah, about a month ago. Now, there still isn't any dubs of this movie yet. Hopefully there will be. I couldn't find any announcements of a dub planned, unfortunately. And yeah, some of these dubs are actually been pretty good. A new visual and video were also released. new visual and video. A brand new teaser visual and video were released today for the upcoming, well, not today, about a month ago, a little over a month ago, I guess. Zombieland Saga anime film, which is subtitled Yumiga Yumi Higina Yumi Gina Paradise, and produced by Studio Mappa. Well, it's still being produced by the same studio as all the other stuff. Officially announced in October 24th, 2025, theatrical release in Japan, and teased an out-of-the-world story. The advance tickets go on sale May 2nd. We don't need to worry about the advance tickets. Let's see what we can play here. Don't want to play the sound. So they're basically doing like a 2001 Space Odyssey thing here, obviously. And we have our titular zombies doing their thing. And possibly the cutest zombies I've ever seen. So we had a bunch of scenes from the movie. Yeah, I'm really hoping we get hit a dub of this in the US. Oh, that's interesting. Hold on. Go back to that. Well, very interesting. I wonder if she gets her memories back in this one. For those who haven't seen it, she's the only zombie who remains zombified, but she's looking very coherent here. So there is that news. Okay, let's see what we have on the wheel next. Putting on the Ritz. Have you seen the well-to-do up on Lexing Avenue, on the famous thoroughfare, with their noses in the air? High hats and narrow collars, wide spats and $15, spending every dime for a wonderful time. If you're blue and you don't know where to go to, why don't you go where Harlem flits? Putting on the Ritz. Spangled gowns upon the devy of highbrows from down the levee, all misfits. Putting on the Ritz. That's where each and every Lulu Belle goes. Every Thursday evening with her swell bows, rubbing elbows, come with me and we'll attend their Jubilee and send their last 2 bits. Putting on the Ritz. If you're blue and you don't know where to go to, why don't you go where Harlem flits? Putting on the Ritz. Spangled gowns upon the devy of highbrows from down the levee, all misfits. Putting on the Ritz. That's where each and every Lulu Belle goes. Every Thursday evening with her swell bows, rubbing elbows, come with me and we'll attend their jubilees and see them spend their last 2 bits. Putting on the Ritz. Come with me and we'll attend their jubilee and see them spend their last 2 bits. Putting on the Ritz. Putting on the Ritz. I'm so glad there are people who sing worse than I do in this world. Yes, aren't you glad about that? Nothing I don't say to myself. On to the next topic here. Wait, that's the wrong topic. Where it is? There it is. Well, that's good. You didn't get too much snow. It's less work having this do all the shoveling. But next up, we have. This was a couple of weeks ago, apparently. Hollywood Chamber of Commerce to honor actor Chadwick Boseman with a post-mortem star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Honestly, I thought he already had a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Dedication of the 2,828th star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, when Thursday, November 20th, 2025, at 11:30 a.m. PT. And where? Well, 6904 Hollywood Boulevard, right in front of the Hollywood Experience. Let's see. Actor Chadwick Boseman will be honored posthumously with the 2,828th star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame on Thursday, November 20th. I just read all this. Let's get down to the stuff we haven't read. Boseman will receive his postmortem star in the category of motion pictures, joining MC Steve Neeson in our speakers, Ryan Coogler, Viola Davis, and accepting on behalf of Chadwick, his wife, Simone, and Ledward Boseman. The Hollywood Chamber of Commerce has administered the legendary Walk of Fame for the city of Los Angeles, and is proudly hosted the globally iconic star ceremonies for decades. Millions of people from here and around the world have visited this cultural landmark since 1960, and vandalized a few stars that of people who are less desired. I won't get into names. I'm pretty sure you know who I'm talking about. About our honoree, the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce is deeply honored to celebrate Chadwick Boseman's extraordinary legend with a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. His powerful performance and enduring impact both on and off screen, I'd have to say the off screen is quite amazing, continue to inspire generations around the world. According to the Hollywood Walk of Fame producer. A native of South Carolina, Chadwick Boseman was fueled by purpose and the power of God. Okay, it was at Howard University, the Mecca, that Boseman began to define that purpose through writing, directing, acting, and activism. His breakthrough performance came in 2013, when he slid into the weighty shoes of Jackie Robinson in 42. His portrayal garnered rave reviews and would be the first in a long list of American heroes he would go on to personify. Boseman received numerous accolades for his master for portrayal of James Brown in Get On Up, a role that would set him apart and establish him as a leading man in the industry. He next starred in the title role of Marshall, which followed a young Thurgood Marshall as he battles through a career of defining court case. Career-defining court case. Okay. Boseman and then joined the Marvel Cinematic Universe as the African superhero Black Panther. In Captain America: Civil War, this marked the film debut for the character T'Challa. Boseman brought the character to the forefront, and starring in his own solo film Black Panther, which received critical acclaim. I thought it was a decent Marvel movie. Not the best one that they did, but definitely a decent one. Broke global box office records and had social cultural impact around the world. The film received 7 Academy Award nominations, including Marvel's first ever Best Picture nomination. Boseman won the NAACP Image Award of Outstanding Actor in a Motion Picture, as well as the Screen Actors Guild Award for Outstanding Performance by a Cast in a Motion Picture alongside the film's ensemble. Yeah, he definitely carried that movie. I'll give him that much. He was a fantastic Black Panther, which kind of makes filling his shoes kind of hard. Boseman starred in 21 Bridges as Richie Purdue. He was with his partner Logan Coles through their single Exception in Content in 2020. He appeared in DA 5 Bloods, directed by the Academy Award winner Spike Lee. He has fallen soldier Stormin Norman. Boseman and his character guides his fellow vets through their inner battle with acceptance and mental health. In anime, Rainey's Black Bottom, a screen adaptation of the famed August Wilson play. Boseman starred as Levy, the opposite Viola Davis. The film featured an award-winning team behind the camera and producer, director, and writer with Denzel Washington, George C. Wolfe, and Ruben Santiago Hudson. His captivating performance garnered an Academy Award nomination and won him the NAACP Image Award Critics' Choice, Screen Actors Guild Awards, and as well as numerous other honors. Established in 2022, Chadwick Boseman Foundation for the Arts is a nonprofit organization with a focus on empowering Black storytellers within the African diaspora. Its mission is to promote growth and development in various artistic fields, including acting, music, dance, film, and more. By fostering and endorsing talent, this foundation aims to serve as a catalyst for global change. That same year, Netflix and Howard University partnered to establish the $5.4 million endowed in scholarship to honor alumnus Miss Chadwick Boseman. The Chadwick A. Boseman Memorial Scholarship provides its incoming students in the College of Fine Arts with a 4-year scholarship to cover the full cost of university tuition. Chadwick Boseman transitioned in August 28. That's kind of an odd way of putting it. The Hollywood Chamber of Commerce Walk of Fame. The Hollywood Walk of Fame is a celebration of art, entertainment, and all things Hollywood. Star ceremonies are broadcast worldwide and connecting fans with their favorite artists. The Hollywood Chamber of Commerce. Well, I'm not sure if we really need to get into all this again, but that's that. Now, as I was saying, I think it's really a difficult thing to try and fill his shoes. But that, I don't think they should have tried to make a Black Panther 2 without him. And one of the truly inspirational things that I take away from his life is that after doing the whole Black Panther movie, he would go around to children's hospitals, visiting children in cancer ward, dressed as Black Panther, or playing the character of T'Challa for them, and to help cheer them up. At the same time, he was fighting his own terminal cancer while doing that. So in effect, he was looking his own fate in the eye each time he had to go and cheer up one of those children. That, to me, speaks volumes about the man, and why I think he is more deserving to be honored. So let's give him a slightly less honorable announcement and send off here for him. Even though he died several years ago, I usually do these for more recent Hollywood deaths, but I think under the circumstances, it's warranted. Of all the money that I had, I spent it in good company, in all the harm I've ever done. Alas, it was to none but me, and all I've done for want of wit, to memory now I can't recall. So fill to me the parting glass. Good night and joy be to you all. So fill to me the parting glass, and drink a health whate'er befall, and gently rise and softly call. Good night and joy be to you all. Of all the comrades that ever I had, they're sorry for my going away. And all the sweethearts that ever I had, they'd wish me one more day to stay. But since it fell unto my lot that I should rise and you should not, I gently rise and softly call. Good night and joy be to you all. So fill to me the parting glass, and drink a health whate'er befall, and gently rise and softly call. Good night and joy be to you all. Good night and joy be to you all. So, think raise my glass of Tullamore Dew honey and give Chadwick Boseman one more send off. Thank you for bringing to life so many good characters, embodying the character of T'Challa. You'll be hard to replace. In fact, I'd recommend not even bothering to replace him. Just let this current iteration of the MCU you pass on and let somebody else fill the shoes when we get a new generation to create Marvel movies. Yes. One last thing. Nice little image of his star with his picture and his shoes. Now, I have actually 2 articles here on audiobooks. Mostly just kind of a list of things. But the first one is The Great Audiobook Debate, weighing the pros and cons with an open mind. And of course, the other one is 7 reasons why you should listen to audiobooks. They kind of overlap on some of the things that they say, so I might just bounce back and forth on these 2 articles. Well, let's start with the number 1 reason why we should be listening to audiobooks, for starters. And the first reason is preference. Well, that's kind of vague. Some people prefer audio over text for learning, and maybe you're one of them. If you don't like reading, experiment with audiobooks and see if this helps you with learning. Or you could be like myself, who actually loves reading, but because of horrible dyslexia, you end up having to stumble through every sentence, as you probably hear me while I'm trying to read. The next thing, actually, he overlaps in both of these articles. For number 2, better retention. So for that, I'm going to look over here on the pros and cons in the article and read that part. This is a common argument in audiobook lesson in comprehension and retention in the materials consumed. While I get where they are coming from, let's dissect this point a bit. Humans have been reading for hundreds of years, whereas they have been listening for tens of thousands of years. In terms of our evolutionary biology, we are more equipped to listen than reading. The onus lies on these modern-day customs and landscapes. With the advent of reading and education, we are paying attention to visual text more, rendering our auditory capabilities dormant. While being more literate, it is a good thing. This shows that we have it within ourselves to polish up our listening skills. Comparatively less time than it took to learn reading with proper comprehension. From personal experience, as the article says, starting slowly is the key. More audiobooks are narrated at a slower speed than in normal conversational speed. So 1x should not be too fast for you. And if that's the case anyway, you can always slow it down according to your standards, or speed it up. Lastly, it is not compulsory to speed listen to every audiobook you consume. While that can be a great asset in terms of time management, it is not mandatory. Just roll however you like. And one little addition I think I'd like to put in is between listening and reading, this can be highly subjective. Some people learn better through reading the visual text. Some people learn better through listening and hearing it, or retain it better. And then there's also the added benefit of if you have the physical book or a copy of it on your screen, you can actually read along with the audiobook speaking it in your ear, which might actually give you the best of both worlds. And 3 is basically similar to 2, faster learning. One of the main advantages of audiobooks is that you can pace the information you consume. I like to play my audiobook at 1.5 to 2x speed, as I was just mentioned. You can speed it up if you like. And it doesn't affect my comprehension. If you want to go through a lot of information, this is a great way to do that. And over on our other article, attention and focus. It might be said that audiobooks may demand less focused attention in compared to traditional reading, and listeners might be more prone to distraction or multitasking, potentially impacting their immersion in the content. I get this one fully because I must admit, I remember my focus shifting into other stuff as I listened to audiobooks for the first few times. But that gets better and more manageable with time. I'd say that it takes around 10 audiobooks for you to develop a certain retention and focus level. The more audiobooks you consume, the better your attention and focus levels become. Now, personally, this is actually one thing I like, to be able to multitask while I'm listening to an audiobook. And I've been really getting into the audiobooks very big this past month or so, which is why I wanted to talk about this. But, when I'm walking Molly and doing my morning chores, I, pop on an audiobook on a little player that I can carry around. So I can go about and do my mundane, boring chores as well listening to a good book. Or if I also put the player in my car and listen to it in there while I'm driving. So, doing a little bit of multitasking instead of just sitting there listening to the book works nice for me. As for reading, since it takes a lot of my focus to be able to read, I usually like to just kind of seclude myself and just sit there and read without any distractions whatsoever. So maybe a little bit more immersive in the story, but also ends up feeling a bit like I hate to say time waster because I don't consider immersing ourselves in our story is a waste of time. But I can get it more done and with audiobooks and still get the immersion in the story that I want, which can be good if you're limited on time and because you're busy a lot of the time. And interestingly enough, number 4 on our list is save time. As much as we discourage multitasking, sometimes it can be useful and effective. Audiobooks are a great aid for that. You can listen while you're cleaning the house, folding clothes, shaving. Some word like that. Apparently, I don't think I've tried shaving while listening to an audiobook, or anything else that it doesn't require much focus. Yes, I believe that's the key. The things that don't really require too much focus. It's especially effective when you're commuting. I used to listen to tons of Anthony E. Robbins' audiobooks on my way to work, and I learned a lot of things while I was stuck in traffic. Plus, it was really uplifting and made me more engaged at work. See, there's actually a bonus. You can actually improve your mood by listening to audiobooks, which makes sense. And over on our pros and cons list, we have personal interpretation. Many readers might argue that traditional reading allows readers to form their own mental imaginary and interpretations of the story, which might limit the reader's ability to create a unique and personal mental landscape. I'm going to have to disagree with this argument, because I find I can still create a very nice personal mental landscape listening to audiobooks. But we'll see what they'll get into here, what they mean by that. While this might be the case, I'm not so sure. I do not think it is the absolute. We do not need to look at it from a polarizing point of view. Instead, we can take this as an opportunity for a shared imaginative experience between the narrator and the listener. Audiobook narrators are talented individuals who bring a certain amount of skill set to the table. They choose their tones, accents, inflections, and pacing carefully to bring those characters to life. A little interesting thing that I'm considering. Oh, Purple's here. You missed some good news. Maybe I'll go back over it for you in a minute here. After I do this segment. All right, to where I lost my place here. All right, so basically the argument seems to be that the narrator, using his own accents, inflections, and so forth, it detracts from our own personal mental landscape of crafting and immersing ourselves in the world of the book. Like I said, I'm not really sure if I particularly agree with this argument. I find I can craft my own mental landscape perfectly fine with the audiobook. And going to 5 on our list, I'm bouncing back and forth for those of you who just came in between two new links. 5 is uplifting, which makes sense since it kind of follows their mention of feeling uplifted and more engaged at work from listening to audiobooks on the way to work. Speaking of just like listening to good music, it can uplift your spirits, so can audiobooks. I agree. Reading inspirational quotes and passages are great, but it doesn't beat listening to a person that motivates you to do great things while you're learning at the same time. Yeah, no arguments there. And back onto our pros and cons list. Language and vocabulary development. This is my favorite reason for consuming audiobooks. Well, part from the asynchronous act of multitasking. Asynchronous acts of multitasking. We all know that books, in general, help us upgrade our vocabulary. However, audiobooks provide another twist, helping us refine our pronunciation, which I could probably use a lot of refinement on. This is especially true for people learning a new language. Intonation, effects, and accents matter, and not only do they help us refine our accents in our target language, but also help us understand the narrator in that particular language. One thing that I have personally announced is that I do not need English subtitles for shows anymore. Behold, audiobooks for being such a blessing. I suppose that's one way to learn in a different language. I might have to try it, give that a shot, see how it turns out for me. When I was driving a lot for my work, I love to listen to audiobooks. Yes. But over on to our top 10 list. Take a drink of water here. Effective. Okay. Some books are better to consume over audio than over text. I find that conceptual books and biography, these are better often consumed over audio than text. That makes sense. Books like Good to Great cover big concepts that are best consumed over audio. You don't need to know the exact details of the research as long as you understand the major concepts. The same goes for biographies. I usually don't care about where the person ate breakfast every Sunday, where she went to work, as long as he grasps the major event into that person's life and grasp the sequences leading to major breakthroughs of that person. On the flip side, I would avoid listening to audiobooks that cover a lot of detail and require you to take a lot of notes. Example, books about neuroscience or how to books. Okay, I can see where they're coming from, because you can't really do highlights and take notes with someone talking. You usually would have to stop, rewind, listen. So yeah, I can see where they are coming from with that perspective. Though I can still see a usefulness of having the audiobook if your memory retention of material is better or listening to it than in reading it. So there's that. And as I mentioned earlier at the beginning of this, is you could always listen to the audiobook while reading along with it, if you have both. Once in a while, you'll buy a book, read it, and find yourself really bored reading it. Sometimes it's hard to get it through a dry book, but I found that usually they are great to listen to. If you ever find yourself in such a situation where you know the book content is great, but it's hard to read, grab the audio version and go from there. That's kind of what I've been doing with the Overlord light novels. Overlord happens to be one of my favorite animes, and they have a series of 16 light novels, which I am grabbing off of Audible. And I have tried reading the light novel. Well, for some reason, my dyslexia just kicks in into overdrive every single time I've tried. So it's been really nice to be able to listen to the story. And over on our pros and cons list, we have more inclusivity. Audio books can be a game changer for folks with conditions like dyslexia. Hey, like I've just been talking about, and ADHD. They offer an accessible engaging way to consume content, leveling the playing field and making learning more enjoyable. Yes, that's definitely what I'm experiencing with the audiobooks with myself. It's all about embracing technology passively and positive as well, considering the balance with traditional reading experiences. And finally, we have it's a top 7 list. Audiobook convenient. Audiobooks are really convenient. You can have them on your phone, iPod, computer, and the car. This makes the content accessible, and you can easily continue where you left off from the last time. Whenever I'm reading a book, I need to find myself a quiet place and almost force myself to be fully present. Yeah, it's something I encounter with myself. With audiobooks, I find it much easier to pick it up and start consuming, regardless of location, noise level, or time of day. It's just so convenient. Yeah, this is 100% what I tend to experience between in audiobooks and in reading a book, reading a physical book. Now, over on our other list, we have the list of disadvantages of listening to audiobooks. Lack of physical engagement. Critics argue that physical interaction with a book, turning pages, underlining, highlighting, contributes to a deeper engagement with the material. I've also heard the argument of the smell of the book as well, which is why some people aren't really keen on ebooks. This level of engagement might be lacking in audiobooks, with some people who might not find this very much of a deal. Well, for some, this is a significant issue. The tactile feeling can add a romantic aspect to the entire reading activity. So who are we to criticize that? Fair argument, if that is part of the reading experience for you. Reduced critical thinking. I'm not sure where they're coming from with this. This is a hard argument from the anti-audiobook people. Since 100% of the audio book is narrated, this may leave room for reduced critical thinking and personal interpretation. Again, I've already argued I don't really agree with this one. And I find I can do personal interpretation just fine, even with the narration. When something is spoon-fed, in quotes, to you, your individualistic stroke onto the characters and situations in the book can get lost. Yeah, don't really agree with that one. Lack of accessibility. Okay, I can understand this one. I agree with this wholeheartedly from what they say on the article. Audiobooks are expensive, and whether we like it or not, we can all agree to this. Therefore, a lot of people might not have access to them. A more economical option would be getting them from the library for a while. For instance, nowadays we can have many libraries offering online memberships where you can operate them from the comforts of your own home. All you need is a device and internet. Apart from that, you can also look into services like Audible, Storytel, Scribd, among many others. I have found a treasure trove of audiobooks on YouTube, totally free. Kind of knocks out the whole expensive thing right there. Now, Audible, with all the deals that they offer, honestly, it's not that badly priced. I just recently signed up to it, and yeah, I'm impressed with it. Just for one example, I found a complete collection of Oz, the Wizard of Oz series. $1. They had other areas on there too, I'm sure. So it depends on I guess the read. Uh, Finally, the last argument here is dependency on technology. Going all in on audio books might make us too addicted to screens and tech. I suppose this might be an argument one might put for ebooks as well. That could mean missing out on the simple pleasure and perks of flipping through your real books. By the way, my thoughts on whether your Kindle counts as a screen. For me, not really, but let's save that for another chat. Yeah, okay, whatever. So here's my take, the article's take on the pros and cons of audiobooks. Even though it is no surprise that I love audiobooks, I hope I have been able to put forth each point objectively so that you can decide for yourself what suits you. This is true. I will give it that much. It is very much personal taste. In the end, the audiobook discussion boils down to personal preference, as I was saying, and the diverse ways we can engage with literature. Embracing both traditional reading and audio experiences can enrich our literary journey. And yeah, how consume your stories however best suits you. I think is a good way of putting it. Those are arguments my late fiance he listed for never getting a Kindle. Public libraries have always been an excellent source for me. I've also bought some off eBay. It is rare. The newest and bestseller is appeal to me. Yeah, interesting. A lot of the audiobooks I've been listening to mostly have been the LibriVox books, which are basically all the public domain stuff, which I'm strongly considering grabbing a bunch of these LibriVox audiobooks and putting them up on my channel. I just might do that. But here's a recap on the thing you missed, Purple. This is a quick recap on it. Zombieland Saga animated film. The movie came out October 24th, just last month. There is no dub yet of it, so hopefully we get a dubbed version of it so we can watch it. So we officially have more Zombieland Saga out there. Yep. Let's do a quick song. Merry-go-round broke down. Let's see here. There it is. Oh, the merry-go-round broke down, and we went round and round. Each time we'd miss, we'd steal a kiss, and merry-go-round went ba-ba, 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 ba-ba. Oh, the merry-go-round broke down. It made the darndest sound. The lights went low, and we went oh, and the merry-go-round went ba-ba, 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 ba-ba. Oh, what fun! A wonderful time. Finding love for only a dime. Oh, the merry-go-round broke down. but you don't see me frown. Things turned out fine, now she's mine, 'cause the merry-go-round went ba-ba, 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 ba-ba. Oh, the merry-go-round broke down. That gets into our next article. Am I in the right? Yeah, this is the right thing. Prime, Amazon Prime has introduced its first AI-generated anime dub. Fans are furious. Oh boy. The streaming giant Amazon has launched an experiment into an AI-generated dubbing, giving subscribers the option to watch content in multiple languages without the involvement of real voice actors. The decision sparked heated, furious responses online as audiences criticized the platform for its actions after a fan favorite, the Amazon original anime became the next to receive an AI-generated dub, Banana Fish. Recently, he displayed the option to watch the series in English and Spanish with AI beta features. Fans of the series vented their frustrations online about the decision to choose AI over real, hardworking voice actors. It's a move that it is not only unforgivable, concerning, nice little cross out there, but also insulting to the entire anime community. Amazon gave Banana Fish an awful AI-generated dub. I definitely agree, it was an awful dub. Banana Fish, Amazon's 2018 anime hit, quickly captured fans' attention for its complex characters, intense emotional arcs, and most of all, its rare unflinching approach to storytelling. Despite massive fan demand, the series was never given an official English dub, disappointing loyal fans and alienating viewers who prefer to watch anime only in dub. It's not so much that I prefer it, it's that it's difficult for me to follow subtext and action on screen. I'm sure there's many people out there who have a similar issue with subtitled anime, which really sucks because you can actually lose some of the experience with the dub. And having an AI generated dub, you lose even more experience that way. We'll get into that. Recently, the Amazon finally released English and Spanish language dubs for the beloved series, but rather than in celebration, fans and voice actors alike are rightfully furious, sharing their outrage on social media. The entire dubbing was created using artificial intelligence rather than in any of the countless talented human voice actors, or even considering those breaking into the industry. So this seems to be more of an issue of AI taking people's jobs rather than in the dub itself being bad, from what Screen Rants is taking it. Now, I did listen to some of the dub, and it was bad. I have a little clip here to play a sample of it here. We'll play that in a moment. As a monumental title among queer anime, Banana Fish stood as a deep moving, influential series with powerful themes that feel cheapened by this decision. The AI generated voices are objectively speaking incredibly terrible. Yeah, it definitely sounded like somebody phoning in their lines. Delivery is often monotone. Yes, it was very monotone. Lifeless and lacking in the emotion in that Banana Fish needs to thrive. Banana Fish is a masterpiece. He's deserving of thoughtful human performances to honor the title's storytelling. Now, I kind of want to go back to this. Well, actually, I'll go back to it after I play the clip here. Uh, Instead, fans and voice actors are confronted with robotic voices that feel a little disconnected from the characters. The storytelling and audiences themselves, the AI dub diminishes and insults the series' artistry, leading audiences to demand and that Amazon respond in countless misconcerns and frustrations. The backlash against Amazon for using AI dub has been growing by the minute. The outrage among the community is about far more than poor quality, as it's an affront to the industry itself. Voice actors dedicate years of honing their craft, working hard to bring emotions, depth, and personality to every performance. Um, yes and no here. In fact, there's been some dispute about how it's localizers changing dialogue to the point where they've really pissed off the Japanese creators of these stories, is to where they're actually turning to AI because they don't want their stuff fucked with. Amazon of the world, it's one of the world's largest brands, and has the resources to employ a well-known talent and who would be ideal for the role in Banana Fish. Even if the streaming platform chooses is not to invest in famous talent, there are plenty of new or emerging voice actors who are eager for an opportunity to build their portfolio and skill in the industry. Fans have waited years for an English dub of the series, but AI-generated voice stripped the story of its soul and artistry. Allowing AI into dubbing sets a troubling precedent, and that has rightfully angered the anime community. For a heavy emotional series like Banana Fish, choosing AI voices is a blatant insult to fans and voice actors alike. Now, like I said, they have a little sample of what's going on here. Play that.
Damn it! Everyone's crowding into this tiny space. I need space to move. I said I need space!
You overgrown.
Yeah, you can hear how flat and monotone in the voices. It doesn't even seem to really match up with what they're saying, supposed to be saying, which is really odd that I noticing that, because usually one of the things they do when they're changing dubbing is that they want to match the dub to lip sync with the anime character with the character's lips. This tends to be less important in Japan, so oftentimes you'll see a mismatch between the movement of the character's lips as with the dialogue, but it is more important in English, which kind of gets you on the whole Vegeta's meme of "it's over 9,000." The actual original line was it's over 8,000. The reason why they changed it to over 9,000 is because there's 950 lip movements, and so Vegeta better than 8,000.
Hurry, this way.
Don't let
Come
him
on.
escape. After him. I read all your moves. I saw right through you.
No, stop! Don't do it, Ash.
No, stop! Don't do it. Ah. Okay, this actually gets into another issue with this AI dub. I have heard some AI dubs or AI generated voices is on YouTube that sound completely real. I'll try and pull something up here in a moment and to show you what I'm talking about.
Skipper, no, please. No, Skipper.
No,
Hey.
Skipper. It sounds like somebody phoning in the lines, doesn't it?
Stay with me. Come on, Skipper. Hey, you gotta fight. Don't die on me, Skip. Don't leave me, please. Marvin.
We're gonna Well, I think you get the idea with the voices there. That's even more horrible than I had expected. Yeah. Let me see if I can find an example of what I was talking about. Because even from this perspective, even using AI, there are better AI generated voices than what they used. Okay, here we are, and let me try and pull up something here. Just 1 minute. Okay, so this is... Alright, this is the Critical Drinker. He is a YouTube commentator here on here, but first off, we'll show you his doppelganger. Here we have, am I going nuts, or is this an AI version of my voice? So we'll play this.
Right then, Hollywood loves selling you a story, doesn't it? The glamour, the magic, the stars aligning to create something timeless. They want you to remember.
Okay, so you can hear that's AI generated, what you just heard. You can tell how realistic they can actually make it. They actually add inflection and everything to that. Now, just to give you an idea of just how close they got to Critical Drinker's voice, here is Critical Drinker's channel and what he really sounds like.
You know, we often talk these days about movies that have aged badly, whether because of changing technology, fashions, attitudes, or because the zeitgeist they captured so perfectly at the time no longer exists.
So you can hear how close they managed to approximate the guy's voice. And this is YouTuber. I'm sure Amazon could access the exact same technology that YouTuber who did the AI voice of Critical Drinker could access, and create far better AI dubbing than what they did. So not only do we have the issue of this being bad dub, argument of taking jobs from actual voice actors and so forth. But they didn't even but they were lazy about it. So there's that. Okay. Well, I guess we can get to the last thing on the list here. I have another radio broadcast from the Weird Circle, like the Frankenstein one I played last week. And this one is The Diamond Lens.
Out of the past, phantoms of a world gone by speak again the immortal tale, the Diamond Lens.
Hello, Mr. Pike. Are you in?
Good morning, sir. Good morning.
Good morning. You are Mr. Pike, aren't you?
I am, sir. But I don't believe I remember your name. so many doctors and professors come to me.
Naturally, you don't know me, Mr. Pike. This is the first time I've even been in here. My first day in New York, as a matter of fact. My name's Lindley. Alan Lindley.
I'm pleased to meet you, Mr. Lindley. And what can I do for you this nasty morning? Are you in the biological line, botanical, zoological, medicine?
All and none. Look, Mr. Pike, there's no sense disguising facts. I'm new here. I'm new to the world of science. But you'll hear about me before long.
I'm sure we will, sir.
I've come to New York to do something no man has yet done.
And that is?
I've come to revolutionize the science of the microscope.
Indeed, sir. You've bitten off a tremendous job for yourself. May I ask if you've had any previous training in the technique of the microscope?
Training? No, but who needs it? Who wants it? I've something more. Something none of your dry-as-dust professors and routine-ridden doctors have. Love, devotion, passion.
Science does not lend itself easily to the emotions, Mr. Lindley.
It does to mine. All my life, every thought, every desire, every yearning has been devoted to the microscope. I think it, I breathe it. Look out at the rain. Where anybody sees only a drop of water rolling down the window, I see a universe of beings animated with all the passions common to physical life and convulsing their minute sphere with struggles as fierce as those of man.
Indeed, sir, but that is only dreaming. The science of the microscope demands patience, skill, years of practice.
Ah, you talk like a fool. I would trade a century of practice for an ounce of inspiration. And I have that, Pike. Inspiration like a volcano. Well, I'll show you soon enough.
I hope you will, Mr. Lindley.
Here's a list of what I want.
Mr. Lindley, you can't afford to purchase all this. It will amount to...
Whatever it is, I can pay. Here's $1,000 in gold on account. I want all this apparatus delivered to my rooms on 4th Avenue no later than tomorrow morning. Here's the address.
Mr. Lindley...
And watch the scientific journals from this day on, Pike. Because very shortly you will see the name of Alan Lindley, microscopist, blaze like a star in the heavens.
I believe you, Mr. Lindley. I really do. For a novice to embark on such a course as you have set for yourself, you must be either a genius or...
Or what?
Or a madman.
Alan!
Perhaps Alan isn't home.
Alan!
Lindley.
Oh, nonsense, Cora, nonsense. The landlady said he hasn't left his rooms in 6 months. Alan, you scoundrel!
A moment.
Who?
Dad. Cora,
Looks guilty, eh, Cora? Like a thief caught in the act.
Now, Mr. Lindley, you promised you wouldn't bully Alan. Hello, Alan, darling. Well, aren't you going to ask us in?
Of course. Come in, both of you. I'm afraid the place is a bit of a mess just now. I'll try to find chairs.
Mess. Looks like a confounded junk shop. What's all this glass and metal and apparatus?
Well, I suppose it's an amateur laboratory, so to speak. I'm trying hard to turn myself into a professional microscopist.
Professional piddle. Now look here, son. I'm not going to mince words.
Now, Mr. Lindley.
Don't know me, Cora. You may be in love with this scoundrel, but I'm his father, and I've plenty to say.
What is it, Dad? What's the matter?
The matter is 6 months and $6,000. For 6 months, we haven't heard from you. Not a letter. Not a message. For 6 months, you've been buried in this blasted city. Dead, for all we might have known. And the only word from you was a draft on my bank for $6,000.
That's how we found your address, Alan.
This confounded nonsense has got to stop.
It's not nonsense, Dad, and it's only begun.
Blast your infernal impudence.
You promised me a year in New York. A year of independence to follow my own career. You said it was a fair gamble. Either I'd find myself or get it out of my system.
Find yourself, yes, but not squander yourself. Not spend a fortune and live in a filthy pigsty like a dealer in bottles and old glass. This junk here...
Don't touch it!
Don't touch it! Touch it! I wouldn't soil my fingers. Now listen, Alan. The bargain's ended. Cancelled. Finished. You're to come home at once.
I will not.
You'll do as you're told.
For 1 year, I'll do as I please.
Not without an allowance, you won't. And I mean that, sir. Not another penny for this foolishness. Not another penny until you come home, marry Cora, and get to work. It's home or starve.
All right. Now get out of here.
I ought to break my cane over your back, sir. Get out!
Alan! Mr. Lindley, please.
Cora,
Will you wait for me downstairs, Mr. Lindley? I'd like to speak to Alan alone.
You're wasting your time, Cora. He needs to be convinced with a stick.
Please, Mr. Lindley.
Oh, very well, very well. Tell the ruffian who poses as my son that I stick to my decision. He's to come home or stop.
I'm sorry, Alan, dear.
Darling Cora, I haven't even had a chance to say hello, really.
Well, there's no one stopping you now, Alan.
Oh, darling. How I've missed you.
I know. Only something terribly important could keep you away from me so long.
Then you do understand.
A little. Enough.
It's so big for me. I reached a blind alley, a blank wall. All this equipment that cost a fortune, it's imperfect, inadequate.
But Alan...
Night after night, I dream of the perfect microscope. A dream instrument of immeasurable power that will pierce the envelope of matter down to the original atom.
But, darling, that's impossible.
Don't you see? I can't give up until I found that microscope. You do understand, Cora?
Yes, darling. I understand, and you're right. You must stay here.
Bless you.
I'll see what I can do with your father. I only hope I can pacify him a little.
Thank you, darling.
And while you're struggling with your problem, don't forget that it's mine, too. Even if I don't understand all your complicated science. Goodbye, Alan.
Goodbye.
You are fortunate, Effendi. She is a beautiful woman.
What?
It's too bad she departs in tears.
Who the devil are you and what do you want?
Forgive me, Effendi, but my room is next to yours. I could not help overhearing. My name is Simon Belafri. I am a very small person of no consequence. A dealer in trifles. A buyer and seller of insignificance.
Yes, well, I've worked to do.
One moment, Mr. Lindley. Pardon if I presume, but I could not help hearing you speak of problems.
The perfect microscope lens? What about it?
I understand you are baffled in search for this marvel of science. Effendi, has it never occurred to you that two heads are better than one?
Meaning yourself? Nonsense.
But no, I speak of Madame Vulpes.
Who?
Madame Vulpes. Most famous medium in city. Most powerful in world.
A medium?
Yes, great medium. By heavens, what a woman. I go to her many times. This woman speaks to me of things I do not dare to speak of, even to myself. Always she knows all. For through her mouth speaks the wisdom of the ages. Perhaps to you, the voice of a scientist long dead will speak, bringing advice you need, eh?
By heaven, why not? What have I to lose? Come, Belafris, take me to your medium. She may find me the perfect microscope.
You come for a communication, Mr. Lindley?
Yes, Madame Vulpes.
I bring him quick. I have told him about you.
Quiet, Simon. This time the matter does not concern you. Mr. Lindley, you wish to communicate with any particular spirit?
Yes.
Have you ever known this spirit on Earth?
No, never. He died long before I was born. I wish merely to obtain from him some information which he ought to be able to give better than any other.
Seat yourself at the table, Mr. Lindley, and place your hand on it. Simon will do likewise, unless you prefer him to leave.
I have nothing to conceal. He may stay.
That is good. Quietly.
1,000 thanks for your trust, Effendi. I repay you now, since I know how to question spirits when they speak through medium's mouth.
Simone. She's moaning.
Ah, they are strong tonight. Already she is in trance, and they clamor at her mouth.
What's that rapping?
The spirits call us to attention. I would speak to them. Will the spirit communicate with this gentleman? Will the particular spirit he desires to speak with communicate? Attention, Lindley. The spirit you want is about to speak through her.
But she doesn't know who I want. Neither do you. I haven't mentioned his name.
You have thought it. That is enough for remarkable Madame Vulpes. Listen.
I am here. Question me.
Speak, Lindley. It is your spirit.
Who are you?
He whom you desire. Anton Leavenworth.
Great Scott! This is incredible. The very man I thought of.
Who is spirit with strange name?
Anton Leavenworth. The original discoverer of the microscope. He died centuries ago.
Speak to him, Lindley. Quick, before he goes.
Do you know what I want, Master?
Yes.
Can the perfect microscope be created?
Yes.
Am I destined to accomplish this task?
You are.
For the love you bear to science, help me. How shall I proceed?
You must use a lens submitted to electromagnetic currents of 1,000 volts and constantly bathed in the magnetic field.
Of what shall the lens be formed?
For the perfect microscope, you will need a lens formed of a 140-carat diamond.
Simone, what is it?
Monsters! Robbers, thieves!
What ails you, man?
Let me out of here! I do not remain another instant.
In heaven's name, Simone. Are you sick? Wait, I'm coming with you.
You have ferreted out my secret. You and that cursed Wolf's woman.
Wait, Simone. What secret? What's the matter?
But you shall not have it. Neither you nor the Wolf's. No one shall steal from me the eye of the morning.
Simone, stop, you idiot.
Get away. Why have you followed me home?
I live here, too, you fool. Stop yelling. You'll wake the house.
Get out of here.
Don't be an ass. Here, come into my room a minute and cool off.
I swear to you, Lindley, you shall not have it.
Have what? Sit down and calm off. Now, what excited you so? What was this gibberish about the eye of the morning?
Do not pretend. You know. You know the Wolf's woman told you.
Told me what?
About my diamond. The diamond called the eye of the morning.
Oh? You own a diamond?
You know.
Come to your senses, man. I only met you a few hours ago. I know nothing. Nothing but what you yourself gave away.
Huh? Yes. Yes, my friend, I think perhaps I misjudged you, huh? Of course you did not know. And Madame Pulpit, she spoke of another diamond, eh? That was what confused Bellatrix, because it was of the same size.
What was the same size? Your diamond?
Wait, Lindley, I show it to you. Always I have it on me for safety. Here. Look at it.
It's magnificent.
Worth the king's ransom. 140 carats.
100? Exactly what I...
How I get it is story of robbery and theft and murder.
You smuggled it in?
Yes.
I see. Simone, listen to me. I must have this diamond.
You joke, eh?
Simone, I want this diamond.
You are serious. But no, you are a fool. You could not pay.
You heard what the spirit of Levenbeck said. A diamond lens of 140 carats. This is my lens, Simone, my perfect microscope. I must have it.
No.
What else can I find a diamond so exactly suited to my needs?
No, Lindley, no, you are a meddle. Give it back.
I must have it, Simone.
Give it back.
I must have this diamond no matter what the price.
No, Lindley. Let go.
I must have this diamond.
Lindley.
And I do have it, Simone. You can't hear me now. But wherever you are, the shades and spirits of the beyond will make you understand. I have the perfect microscope now. The diamond lens. Just a minute.
Oh, my boy, are you all right?
Oh, Dad, come in. Of course I'm all right. Why shouldn't I be?
Shouldn't you? Great Scott, Allen. Are you so lost in your scientific nonsense you don't know what's happening around you? Here, read this paper.
Huh? Oh. Murder in 4th Avenue rooming house. Last week, Simone Bellatrix found strangled in bedroom. Oh, that. Just a Persian peddler killed.
My word, Allen. I don't see how you can be so cold-blooded. As soon as we saw this in our local paper, Cora and I rushed to New York.
Cora? Here?
Yes, she's waiting in the hotel. We had to come when we saw your name as one of the neighbors of the murdered man.
Wait, Dad. Before you say anything else, now listen to me. I've done what I set out to do. And in less than a year, I've done something that no man in the world could do. I've created the perfect microscope. Built a lens that can pierce all matter down to the ultimate atom.
You're talking like a madman again.
This happens to be the greatest moment of my life, Dad. My microscope is mounted and ready for use. This will be my first sight into the unknown.
Allen, you're so flushed and perspiring. Your hands are shaking so.
Watch. First the dynamo. Yes. Then, on the slide, a drop of water. So tiny, so clear. seemingly so empty.
Alan, you must come away. It's this confounded electrical mess surrounding your microscope that's burning you up.
Careful, don't touch anything. There's 1,000 volts of death lying in wait for the unwary.
Good heavens. What have you been doing?
Preparing for this superb moment. My first glimpse into the void of atomic space. For the first time in history, a human eye peers into the unknown and sees... Father!
My boy.
This is incredible, unbelievable.
Oh, you're ill, Alan.
No. Only overwhelmed. Father, this miraculous lens penetrates into a tiny world, more perfect, more beautiful, far lovelier than any man has dreamed.
Oh, you only imagine you see it. Such things do not exist.
I tell you, I do see it, and... No, this is too much to believe.
Oh, my boy, come away from that lens.
A human figure. The figure of a woman. Wait. Yes, she floats directly into the lens. The most beautiful, adorable woman I have ever seen. Human and yet too lovely to be human. A graceful, unbelievable animula in the atom. What a perfect name for her. Animula.
You're mad.
Mad am I? See, she gazes directly up into the lens. Up at me. Now she smiles. She senses I'm watching her. She must. She must know how my heart reaches out to her.
Alan.
Wait, listen. Do you hear that? The tinkle of infinitesimal bells. The music of delicate dancing prisms. It's her voice, I tell you. The voice of her thoughts for me.
Alan, in the name of mercy, I implore you to come away. You're sick. You don't know how you rave.
Out of the atom she calls to me. Animula. And my heart calls to her.
I've got to get you home at once. Now listen to me, Alan. Perhaps Cora can... Yes, I'll bring Cora. She'll calm you. Now wait, my boy. I'll bring Cora to you.
Animula. I love you.
Mr. Lindley! Open up. This is Inspector Adams, Homicide Department.
What is it?
Sorry to bother you. Just a few questions about the Belle Affres murder.
Oh, come in. I'm sorry I didn't answer at once. I was preoccupied.
Yeah, quite a place you got here. Laboratory, eh?
Yes.
Any particular research?
Yes. No, you must excuse me. She's calling again. You hear, I haven't taken my eyes off her for an hour.
I don't think I understand, Mr. Lindley. If you mean that tinkling noise, it sounds like a piece of glass to me.
No. Animula. It's the sound of her thoughts. Someday I'll let you see her, too, but now she's for my eyes alone.
Oh, something under that microscope, eh? Looks like a drop of water.
Careful. There's an electrical field around that instrument. You must know how to handle it. She's calling to me again. You must excuse me, Inspector Adams.
Mr. Lindley.
What?
Stop looking into that lens a minute. I want to ask some questions.
Yes, I can't give you too much time. My whole life is in this lens.
It's about Simon Belle Affres, the Persian. Did you know him?
No.
Ever see him?
No.
Ever been in his room?
No.
Was he ever in yours?
No.
Well, look, we found him strangled in his room, which is right next to yours. He looked as though he'd been in an awful fight. Did you hear anything that night?
No.
Too busy with research, eh?
That's right.
Now, here's the point, Mr. Lindley. Belle Affres was all banged up, but his room wasn't, see? It looks as though he was killed in a fight somewhere else and then carried to his room. Now, did you hear any noise in the halls, like a body being dragged?
No, I don't believe I did.
Have you got any idea why Belle Affres was murdered? A feud, maybe, or a robbery? Did he own anything worth stealing?
I can't say. I don't know.
Well, what's the matter, Mr. Lindley? You look like you're ready to faint.
It's the bells. You hear them, Inspector? It's an animula calling me to her. I've got to get back to the microscope. You must excuse me.
I hear those bells, too. Say, don't tell me you think that sound comes out of the microscope.
But it does, I tell you. Out of the atoms of that tiny drop of water. The voice of my beloved calling to me, reaching toward me from the atomic void. It is the voice of her thoughts yearning toward me. She knows I watch her. She knows I love her.
Alan, darling.
Oh, you see,
what's
Cora?
the matter?
You see? Mad. Raving mad.
Alan, darling, what's wrong?
I'm Inspector Adams, folks. Believe me, this man's mad.
No, I can't believe that. Please sit down here, Alan, dear. Good heavens, how you're trembling.
Please don't touch me, Cora.
Alan.
Take your hands off me.
You see, Cora?
Alan, darling, your father was right. You are delirious.
No, Cora. I'm in love.
Of course, dear.
It's that new microscope. He saw something.
Do you hear that? Listen, all of you.
Now, wait a minute. What new microscope?
I don't know. He said...
Oh, I'll tell you. If it'll make you believe my sanity. Old Leeuwenhoek told me how to make it. A lens in a magnetic field, long axis, a diamond lens of 140 carats.
A diamond lens?
Mr. Lindley, we've got to get Alan home at once. Alan, for my sake, you've got to come with us.
No.
Please, darling. Listen. You said you loved me once. I never asked anything for our love. Now I do. Please come with us.
I don't love you now, Cora. I'm sorry.
But why? Why?
I love Animula.
A thing in the microscope. A dream in a drop of water.
A dream and... I don't understand. But I don't care. Love anybody you please, Alan. Anybody, anywhere. And I won't care because I love you and anything that's yours. Only now you must come away.
No. Now get out, all of you. You hear? She's calling again. I've got to get back to her. Animula. Do you hear? Her voice. It's louder, closer. Great heaven, she's reaching out to me. Across the vast barrier of space, she's coming to me. Animula. Do you
Yeah, damn it. Well, had power cut out on me while I was trying to play that. It's the electrical issues you mentioned at the beginning of the show. I was hoping it wasn't going to hit, but apparently it did. I'm glad to see we still have people here. So how about I try and get the radio broadcast back up and running here, so we can finish it out.
Any particular research?
Yes. No.
Did you hear any noise in the halls, like a of those?
Take your hands off me!
You see, Cora?
Alan, darling, your father was right. You are delirious.
No, Cora. I'm in love.
Of course, dear.
It's that new microscope. He saw something.
You hear that? Listen, all of you.
Now, wait a minute. What new microscope?
I don't know. He said...
Oh, I'll tell you. If it'll make you believe my sanity. Old Leeuwenhoek told me how to make it. A lens in a magnetic field, long axis, a diamond lens of 140 carats.
A diamond lens?
Mr. Lindley, we've got...
A feud, maybe, or a robbery? Did he own anything worth stealing?
I can't say. I don't know.
Well, what's the matter, Mr. Lindley? You look like you're ready to faint.
It's the bells. You hear them, Inspector? It's an Animula calling me to her. I've got to get back to the microscope. You must excuse me.
I hear those bells, too. Say, don't tell me you think that sound comes out of the microscope.
But it does, I tell you. Out of the atoms of that tiny drop of water. The voice of my beloved calling to me, reaching toward me from the atomic void. It is the voice of her thoughts yearning toward me. She knows I watch her. She knows I love her.
Alan, darling.
Oh, you see,
what's
Cora?
the matter?
You see? Mad. Raving mad.
Alan, darling, what's wrong?
I'm Inspector Adams, folks. Believe me, this man's mad.
No, I can't believe that. Please sit down here, Alan, dear. Good heavens, how you're trembling.
Please don't touch me, Cora.
Alan.
Take your hands off me.
You see, Cora?
Alan, darling, your father was right. You are delirious.
No, Cora. I'm in love.
Of course, dear.
It's that new microscope. He saw something.
You hear that? Listen, all of you.
Now, wait a minute. What new microscope?
I don't know. He said...
Oh, I'll tell you. If it'll make you believe my sanity. Old Leeuwenhoek told me how to make it. A lens in a magnetic field, long axis, a diamond lens of 140 carats.
A diamond lens?
Mr. Lindley, we've got to get Alan home at once. Alan, for my sake, you've got to come with us.
No.
Please, darling. Listen. You said you loved me once. I never asked anything for our love. Now I do. Please come with us.
I don't love you now, Cora. I'm sorry.
But why? Why?
I love Animula.
A thing in the microscope. A dream in a drop of water.
A dream? I don't understand. But I don't care. Love anybody you please, Alan. Anybody, anywhere. And I won't care because I love you and anything that's yours. Only now you must come away.
No. Now get out, all of you. You hear? She's calling again. I've got to get back to her. Animula. Do you hear? Her voice. It's louder, closer. Great heaven, she's reaching out to me. Across the vast barrier of space, she's coming to me. Animula. Do you hear, do you?
Yes, we all hear, Mr. Lindley. And we all see. Look, here in my hand. This is the voice of your Animula.
What? No.
Good Lord, what's that?
Something I found tangled in the window curtain. A pair of Persian ankle bells. Silver bells used for jewelry.
Impossible, I won't...
They match a pair we found in the torn pocket of Belle Afra's coat.
The man who was murdered.
By your son, Mr. Lindley.
No!
Alan,
you didn't know you couldn't.
Yes, he did, all right. And for that diamond lens he was talking about, I bet. We've known for some time that Belle Afra was smuggling diamonds.
You lie. That's not the voice of my Animula. Those bells...
You murdered him here, didn't you? For a diamond. In the fight, these bells were probably torn from the Persian's pocket and caught in the curtain. Every time the curtain swayed, you thought you heard this Animula talking.
It was her voice. I swear it. I believe it. I heard her.
Now, look again, you fool. Look again in that crazy diamond lens and tell me what you see now. Take one long last look before you hang for murder.
Monster! You destroy everything. Love, faith, belief. But you won't destroy my belief. I have a way to stop you. Everybody! Look out!
Alan. Alan.
Oh, no.
Yes, I'm afraid he's dead. Electrocuted himself when he smashed his microscope. Well, maybe it's best this way. I can see he must have been a nice boy.
But what happened? What changed him like that?
I don't know. Something he saw, I guess.
But was it real? Did he really see all that in the diamond lens?
You don't understand. He saw something and it changed him. That's what happens to all of us. Doesn't matter if we really see it or only imagine we do. We see something and it changes us. Sooner or later, every man must gaze into a diamond lens.
From the time-worn pages of the past, we have brought you the story, The Diamond Lens. Bellkeeper, toll the bell.
Okay, sorry for the little hiccup up with my electrical. I may actually have to pause these live streams until I get this fixed, considering how random and unpredictable it is. Beck! It's great to have you here. I've been wondering how you've been. That story and the ending of that story kind of reminds me of another real-life story involving the N-Rays affair from 1903 to 1904. A scientist had believed they discovered a new form of radiation, only detectable with a slight shift in a phosphorus screen. However, Robert W. Wood had visited the lab and removed a critical component and aluminum prism from the apparatus. And scientists still observed the N-rays in spectrum, even with the essential component missing, proving the phenomena was purely subjective. This is an excellent case of confirmation bias in why we need to be able to objectively observe and test as to what we discover. And why we also need robust controls on our observations in science. Well, unfortunately, Becky, we're coming here near the end of the show, but let's see. I have to reload this. Please don't crash on me again. You can see I put two links in the chat while we're talking. I'm not sure if... Come on, load. One of them is to an Amazon wish list I created. It has canned goods and other non-perishable foods listed on it. That is, you can buy those foods, they'll ship to me, and then I'm going to take it over to a food pantry and donate everything I collect. I'll probably be doing that sometime near the end of the week, so you should still have time to get it into me if you want to donate anything. And the stuff on there, I put some pretty cheap stuff on there. There was one can I put on there was like 69 cents. So you're not going to break the bank donating. And the second link I put up is the one for Mom Nada's GoFundMe. I believe she was a little over $800 right now, and she needs $2,000. So if you can donate anything monetarily, please do so. Don't put yourself too far out of the way. I'm sure she wouldn't want you to do that. Let's see. Well, I think that's about all I have. So, be excellent to each other and party on.